Good day everyone, I am teacher Louise and I have a question for you. Have you ever been in a situation wherein these words were ever said to you online through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or any other online sites? Well, it's terrifying, isn't it? This is an example of what we call cyberbullying. So for today's lesson, we will look further into what cyberbullying is, the laws and policies in relation to it, and how you could protect yourself from it. Most of us today can access the internet, and through different platforms in it, we connect with people all around the world, which means we're there interacting with a massive amount of people with different backgrounds and beliefs. And most of the time, we use it with a sense of anonymity, and we're rarely held accountable to whatever cyber action we make. Cyberbullying is one of the problems the internet generated. And to further understand what it is, here's a definition by UNICEF in 2017. Cyberbullying is bullying with the use of digital technologies. It can take place on social media, messaging platforms, gaming platforms, and mobile phones. It is repeated behavior aimed at scaring, angering, or shaming those who are targeted. Examples of cyberbullying include spreading lies about or posting embarrassing photos of someone on social media, sending hurtful messages or threats via messaging platforms, and lastly, impersonating someone and sending mean messages to others on their behalf. Did you know that cyberbullying is so prevalent that 1 in 3 young people in 30 countries said that they have been a victim of online bullying, with 1 in 5 saying they skipped school due to cyberbullying and violence. In our country, the recent national data show that cyber violence affects almost half of children aged 13 to 17. The prevalence of cyber violence for males, which is 44%, is almost the same for females, which is 43%. This is according to a poll UNICEF did last 2019. And in a more recent study from UNESCO back in 2020, bullying affects 1 in every 3 young students at least once a month, and 1 in 10 is a victim of cyberbullying. Because of the pandemic, we now heavily rely on the internet. Our communication, our jobs, and especially for us students and educators, our education. Because of this, we are now exposed to the benefits of it and, sadly, the dangers of the online world, as we mentioned earlier. Now you may ask, is there a punishment for cyberbullying? For our country, we have laws to protect us from cyberbullying. The most notable one, and the one we will discuss today, is Republic Act number 10627, also known as the Anti-Bullying Act of 2013. Bullying in this law is referred to as any severe or repeated use by one or more students of a written, verbal, or electronic expression, or a physical act or gesture, or any combination thereof, directed at another student that has the effect of actually causing or placing the latter in reasonable fear of physical or emotional harm or damage to his property, creating a hostile environment at school for the other student, infringing on the rights of the other student at school, or materially and substantially disrupting the education process or the orderly operation of the school. Such as, but not limited to, the following. A. Any unwanted physical contact between the bully and the victim, like punching, pushing, shoving, kicking, slapping, tickling, headlocks, inflicting school pranks, teasing, fighting, and the use of available objects as weapons. B. Any act that causes damage to victim's psyche and or emotional well-being. Letter C. Any slanderous statement or accusation that causes the victim undue emotional distress, like directing foul language or profanity at the target, name-calling, tormenting, and commenting negatively on victims' looks, clothes, and body. And letter D. Cyberbullying or any bullying done through the use of technology or any electronic means. This law prohibits bullying on the school grounds. And one of the things that caught my attention in this part is that this part of the law includes electronics or technology used or owned by the school. And then this law also prohibits bullying outside the school grounds, especially when the victims and the school's education process is disrupted. And finally, this also protects anyone who provides information about a bully and its victim. This means that schools from our country should be able to protect us, whether it's online or face-to-face. This law directs the schools to educate both our parents and students about bullying. Also, this law directs them on how to handle this type of situations when it happens. This law also directs schools to take disciplinary actions for the perpetrator and notify law enforcement agency if the school principal or designee believes that criminal charges may be charged for the perpetrator. It's a whole process to serve justice for the victims of cyberbullying. Now, as a student, I present to you some tips on how to prevent cyberbullying. Number 1, educate yourself. To prevent cyberbullying from happening, you must exactly know what it is. You can do your own research about it, and you can even talk to your peers or family about it. Number 2, protect your password. Passwords should be a private thing. Letting other people know about it can lead you harm about information you have on websites. It is also great if you change your passwords every once in a while. Keep photos PG. Before posting or sending that sexy image of yourself, consider if it's something you would want your parents, grandparents, friends, and the rest of the world to see. Those who want to cause you harm may use it as ammunition to make your life miserable. Never open unidentified or unsolicited messages. Never open messages, emails, texts, Facebook messages, etc. from people you don't know, or from those you know who often bully others. Delete them without reading. They could contain viruses that automatically infect your device if opened. Also, never click on links to pages that are sent from someone you don't know. This too could contain a virus that is designed to collect your private or personal information. Number 5, log out of online accounts. Don't save passwords in form fields within websites or your web browser for convenience. And don't stay logged in when you walk away from the computer or cell phone. Don't give anyone even the slightest chance to possess you online through your device. If you forget to log out of your Twitter at your school library, the next person who will use that computer could get into your account and cause significant problems. Pause before you post. Do not post anything that may compromise your reputation. People will judge you based on how you appear to them online. They will also give or deny you opportunities such as jobs, internships, scholarships based on this. Number 7, raise awareness. Start a movement, create a club, build a campaign, or host an event to bring awareness to cyberbullying. While you may know what it is, it's not until others are aware of it too that we can truly prevent it from occurring. Set up privacy controls. Restrict access to your online profile to trusted friends only. Most social networking sites like Facebook and Instagram offer you the ability to share certain information with friends only. But these settings must be configured in order to ensure maximum protection. Also, don't accept Snapchat friend requests from anyone. Number 9, Google yourself. Regularly search your name in every major search engine such as Google, Bing, and Yahoo. If any information or content comes up, which may be used by someone to target you, take action to have it removed before it becomes a huge problem. Number 10, don't cyberbully others. Treat others how you would want to be treated. By being disrespectful, you become a part of the problem. Aim higher than that. Think about now and your future. To close our lesson for today, here are some quotes to remember. For our adults, While cyber threats should be a major cause of concern, the way to protect the youth is not completely withdrawing them from the digital space, as if it is possible, but by empowering them to use digital media intelligently and responsibly. And lastly, for all of us, replace cyberbullying with cyberbelieving. Let us build each other up instead of bringing others down. Believe and build. That's it for today. Thank you.